Live across the Great Lakes State, you're connected to Michigan's most engaging and influential radio and television program, Michigan's Big Show, starring Michael Patrick Shields. Presented by Blue Cross, Blue Shield of Michigan, and Blue Care Network.
I'm producer and creative director Tony Cuthbert.
I am world correspondent Nikki Sciavatoni.
This is meteorologist John McMurray.
Now in the shadow of the Capitol Dome in Lansing, he's heard from the beaches of Lake Michigan to the halls of power and behind closed doors. Here's Michigan's Michael Patrick Shields.
Hey, buddy. Good to talk to you. Thanks for what you do and the great job. I enjoy listening when I'm home, that's for sure.
Your enemy will be out in force, and you cannot meet him on his own low ground. We win if the world is convinced that you are a fine gentleman.
Michael Patrick Shields is on the air.
Good morning, world.
Good morning, Michigan. A very pleasant Wednesday to you. Michael Patrick Shields, radio stations across the state of Michigan. Talk about a larger-than-life individual. We're about to bring one onto the air right now. And if you know golf, you'd say, and you know sort of resorts and having fun, you'd say, well, let's see. He was with a company called Doral and Las Vegas Sands and a consultant for Hooters. You would be surprised for me to tell you that we are talking about a former member of the House of Representatives, Connie Mack IV, who is the son of a United States Senator, and, oh, by the way, the great-grandson of, the name you recognize, Connie Mack, the manager and owner of baseball's Philadelphia Athletics and a member of the Baseball Hall of Fame, and the politics is in the family business. Clearly, he's right with us right now on our AT&T line, Connie Mack IV. Welcome to the program, and thank you for being available.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for the introduction, and I sort of feel like I'm at home because I think, as you know, so many people from Michigan would come down to the district, for about half of the year when it gets cold up here, and so kind of feel like I'm a part of home.
Well, in Michigan, we have the Upper Peninsula, the Lower Peninsula, and the Southern Peninsula, and that's Florida. That's where you ply your trade.
Yeah, that's right.
You're not anywhere near that hurricane now, are you?
No, but I am watching. I've got a daughter that is at Florida State University. They've evacuated, closed the school, so she's safe. But lots of friends, family, and this is one of those storms that develop quickly. And I'm just really worried about, people have a tendency to try to ride these things out. And I just heard that it's 145 mile an hour winds, the storm surge 9 to 14 feet. I mean, that's, most people's houses, if they're on the coastline, are going to be gone. So it's going to be a terrible day and take many weeks to recover in Florida. So
you've never ridden out one of those, have you?
I spent enough time riding out hurricanes that I've decided that next time one approaches, I'm flying to Michigan.
Okay. You're welcome. Please come right on up here. I think we've got a couple of Hooters restaurants left. I'll have to look and see. We can sit there and watch it on television. I hope you are larger than life indeed. And when you talk about a hurricane or a storm, there are times in people's lives when they get toward retirement and they're less prepared than the people who are sitting in the path of that hurricane right now because there's a storm they don't expect.
That's right. Many people, and in Michigan, we're talking close to 50,000 people that would be affected by a retirement plan that, they no fault of their own, themselves, the businesses, they paid into it, but that is going bankrupt. And this is a story we've heard before in government, whether it's Social Security or other things. But in Michigan, you've got close to 50,000 people that would be affected. And if the Congress doesn't act, what you'll see people who have spent their entire life doing the right thing, putting money away, saving so they could have a life after they stop working and enjoy those years and see much of that go away. You've got small businesses that will have to shut their doors. We're talking about family businesses that have been, generation after generation. So this is a big problem. And as we all know, Washington, D.C. has a way of not really paying attention until it's too late. And so we put together this coalition to go out and to encourage folks to talk to their members of Congress, encourage them to get something done. Negotiate as hard as you want, but ultimately, before the end of the year, come up with a plan that Congress can pass and that the president will sign that will ensure that these plans stay solvent, and also that businesses can keep their doors open. We don't want to see all across in the central states or in other areas needlessly businesses going out of business and retirees, looking, where's that check that I counted on so much for my retirement? Where did that go? You can imagine what that would be like. It's nothing more insecure feeling than feeling that you don't, the money that you were promised isn't there.
Vice President Gore, when he ran against George W. Bush, talked about the lockbox of Social Security. That apparently doesn't exist for these pensions that you're talking about.
Well, I've never seen in government a lockbox. I mean, that's not a rip on Al Gore. But when government gets money, they spend it, and it doesn't matter where it is, they'll spend it. So this is slightly different. It is, we're talking about retirement plans, and the problem is that when these plans were put together, they were put together so long ago. There wasn't the economics were different then. You had more workers paying in, so it was able to fund retirees, and now we find less people working, paying into these programs, and the programs themselves don't have the flexibility that they need to be able to cope with the changing dynamics in the plans. So, government has to step up here. Everybody's going to have to. There's going to be a shared sacrifice. So, without a doubt, everybody's going to have to give in a little bit on this one, and as the coalition goes, we're encouraging our members to get with their members of Congress, their senators, tell them that you have to do something. You cannot wait. You cannot continue to move this on to next year, that the time is now. And, there's a lot of progress that's been made. When we started this, not many people in Washington were paying attention. And now we're seeing conversations at high levels. I do anticipate that not before the elections, but after the elections, you'll see both in the House and Senate a bill that will be negotiated between Republicans and Democrats, leaderships of both the House and Senate, Republican and Democrats, and put something forward. And whether that's through the committee or part of some year-end, whatever, going to be the highlight of the year, as the Congress always seems to wait till the very end. But I do think we'll see something, because if not, like I said, people will be lose their jobs.
Connie Mack says, we need a home run. Thank you, Congressman. Come to Michigan anytime you like. Walking through the aisles here at Dusty's Cellar, what did I find but an October surprise? The Dusty's 6 for $60 Wine Club is posted at $55 for the month of October. Matt Rhodes, what's that all about?
Yes, Michael Patrick, as a thank you to all of our loyal 6 for $60 Wine Club members, we're offering the club at $55 for the month of October.
But the same deal, no cost to join, no commitments, and I can choose all red, all white, or mix them up too?
Yep, same as the rest of the year, just $55 for October.
Do I still get the 10 to 15% off the other wine and beer purchases?
Yes, you do. As a club member, 10% off all wine, 15% off with a purchase of $6 or more, and 10% off all beer.
I'm all in for that, and I'm going to go into the tap room and get a quick drink, see who's in there, and then the wine bar for casual fine dining, and here in the cellar, wine, beer, and the specialty Michigan foods too. I like the gift baskets and the deli. Matt Rhodes, you've got a lot going on here.
Yes, as we like to say, come visit all of us, Dusty's Cellar, wine bar, and tap room.
I'll be here, and I'm in the club too at Dusty's Cellar on Grand River in Okemos. Online too at dustycellar.com. Good to see you, Matt.
Cheers, Michael Patrick.
Medawar Jewelers' annual designer bridal event is happening October 12th and 13th at all 5 Michigan locations. Receive exclusive pricing on designer engagement rings and wedding bands, and shop easy with 5-year interest-free financing only on October 12th and 13th and only at Medawar Jewelers.
I'm Christina Medawar, inviting you to take part in this very special event. Call or click today to book your appointment, and you'll be entered to win a $1,000 Medawar shopping spree. Medawar Jewelers.
Consumers Energy is helping Michigan breathe a little easier with new clean energy goals. That means more renewable energy, a smaller environmental footprint, and investing billions of dollars to improve Michigan's air quality. By 2040, Consumers Energy plans to eliminate coal use and cut carbon emissions by 80%. It's all part of a cleaner energy future for our state. Consumers Energy. Count on us. Count on us.